I think it is indeed time to enter the loop. Welcome back to the Geek Loop. The Geek Loop what?
Episode something.
GeekLoop
You're supposed to say
experience.
fucking, yeah.
Oh, the
Beats,
title?
podcast.
GeekLoop.
What is
Oh,
this,
I'm
dude?
sorry.
What are we doing?
GeekLoop
The Geek-
podcast.
Well,
I think we're on episode 8. No, episode 9. This one will be episode 9. Let me
Sure.
double check.
I like to leave it a little more open, you know? I like the viewers to interpret this as they will, you know?
Well, if they know how to
They wanna-
count, then they interpret
they-
it that way.
No, not the episode number. And also, that's also up for
Yes, episode
interpretation. But, you know, it's like if they want to see it as a podcast, sure, man, it's your podcast. If it's a TV show to you, go for it, brother.
It's definitely not
If
a
it's
TV show.
if it's your
It's not a TV
favorite
show yet.
toothpaste, then go. You know, that's your thing.
99% of dentists recommend it.
That's not even the okay. Well, yes.
Who's the one dentist in a group of 100 that's like, this shit fucking sucks?
Well, it's actually 1 in
Free
10
thinker.
dentists, Tyler, which
Free
is 10
thinker.
times the statistic that you've just provided.
Oh,
Monstrously
Is that true?
inaccurate.
Dead air. Is that true? I don't know. I'll just look up Colgate recommendations. Or how many dentists
Does it take to screw in a light bulb?
recommend Colgate? Alright, let's see. More than 80% of dentists recommend Colgate. You fucking idiot.
Everyone knows.
What?
So what is... So 80% and 9 divided by 10 is 90%. So it's 8 out of 10 dentists, bro.
Yeah, it's better than your fucking statistic. I just Price is Righted you for sure. Well, not entirely, but I'm closer.
Well, welcome back to the GeekLoop podcast.
What a day.
Yeah, how we feeling tonight?
I'm doing all right. I'm on that post no more job. I don't want to use the word euphoria because I feel like that makes people think
No, it's good for
stupid show.
it's good for our SEO.
All right, well, sure. I'm feeling euphoric right now. So
Finally
now that
quit
I'm
your job
finally
to
Unemployed
full-time
podcast.
Geek Loop.
man.
oh, so happy, doing what I love now.
Yep. I just started a vacation, so I got a good couple of days off. Hoping to play a couple of games, watch a couple of movies. I'm excited. I need a break. I'm tired. You know.
Poor Tyler.
Jake, how you doing, Jake?
Good. I'm working. We're gonna get snow. Lots of snow tomorrow.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, I'm so over shoveling. It's almost March, bruh. Can we move on from this? Supposed to get like upwards to it says 8 to 18 inches. Come on.
That is nuts. Up
it's
to be
fucking-
decided if I have work or not.
Oh really?
TBD.
What do you do at work, Jake?
I paint. As
You
of right
paint?
now. Yeah.
Are you
Painting
doing
man.
that painting thing?
Yeah, I'd just be painting houses till I move out of whatever situation this is.
And what do you paint
Alright.
on those houses?
What about your
Beautiful
radio
artwork.
thing?
That was just an internship. They don't pay
Oh,
any
you're
money.
saying internship? Oh,
Let that be known.
Alright.
Everyone to think about working radio, they don't pay you any money.
so you painted houses, slaying dragons, kissing princesses. Sounds like a real life for you, man.
Hey, good for you, man.
Sounds kind of like Shrek.
Yeah, I'm living Shrek.
That makes you donkey, Tyler.
Why does it make me donkey? Does it make you Puss in Boots?
No,
You just want to be Puss in
of
Boots?
course I'm
you
Puss in
stupid
Boots.
fuck?
I'm sorry. Look at my avatar and then look at yours. Who's donkey and who's puss?
You kidding?
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding. Are you kidding? You really think for a second I'd let you be Puss in Boots? No chance.
Puss in Boots is a bitch, dude.
No, he's not. He got his own movie. Where's
He's got
Donkey's
two
movie?
shitty movies.
Yeah, no, shitty?
That's
Bad
fair.
take, dude. They're
Where is
excellent.
Donkey's movie? That's a good question. I think there was a donkey movie in the works. Donkey movie. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna get about. A donkey movie about Jesus. Oh, it's called That's the Star.
What?
I don't know, but I
Eddie Murphy
heard
in
that
it?
there was. Maybe this was just. Maybe this was just someone coming up with an idea. But I heard someone talk about how there could be a donkey movie where it's just Donkey like traveling with some buddies, and they meet like a whole cast of characters, and it'd be a way better movie than whatever Puss in Boots was. I don't know why out of all the characters they picked Puss in Boots. Maybe so they can have their little action thing.
He's got the most swagger out of all of them.
Orlando Bloom.
No
Yeah,
way.
that's probably. Yeah, but Orlando Bloom
Was it?
or Eddie
Ye-
Murphy? Yeah, it was.
Definitely Orlando Bloom.
Are you kidding?
Yeah,
had no idea.
Orlando Bloom is way more famous than Eddie Murphy.
That's not true.
That is 100% true. Eddie Murphy
I
was
had
famous
not-
in like comedy movies and stuff, but Orlando Bloom was in like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, it was. He's literally famous in nothing anymore. Like, where is it? Where's
Yeah,
the
where's
dude?
Eddie Murphy?
It was at the time as well, Tyler.
All right, that's fair. Orlando Bloom versus Eddie Murphy.
Eddie
What
Murphy
we got,
was
what we
popular
got.
in like the 90s.
And Puss in Boots notoriously came out.
Well,
I
the
don't know.
last thing they
No,
did,
I-
Coming to America 2.
I
What was
think,
Coming to America.
I think Eddie Murphy is still more famous than Orlando Bloom. I think at this moment, right now, in this timeline, Eddie Murphy's more famous than Orlando Bloom.
Let us know what you
2021,
guys think below.
2022. His name is Edward Reagan Murphy. Or is it Regan? It's Regan. Maybe it's Regan. He's got a wife? Oh, only 2006. Poor guy. Yeah. Dope.
I think that
We got a good
concludes
show
our
for
Puss in
everybody
Boots topic.
Yeah, we got a good show for everybody today. Couple of things we've been waiting on for certain people to finish their episodes.
Whoa,
Not pointing fingers,
Jake.
Damn.
but yeah. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into it, boys. Peacemaker. Gavin, you finished it, right?
Of course,
Okay.
it was Jake.
You
who was
say of
behind.
course like it's to be
No.
expected. I feel like I was like 60% certain I was gonna say that, and Gavin be like, "Wait, guys, I haven't seen it yet. I have the."
What have I
the
ever
last-
done that?
The last 20 minutes.
Please, no spoilers. No spoilers.
Gavin is seriously the type of person. And
Shut
we'll be
up.
talking about like, man, did you guys see that? You guys see Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance? And I'll be like, guys, no
I'm
spoilers.
serious.
Okay, I haven't seen that movie. Don't tell me about it. No spoilers, bro. And he'll be genuinely upset if we say a spoiler to that movie. And I'm
That's
like,
really-
man, that part where Ghost Rider is pissing
Hey,
fire
whoa,
off
whoa,
the back
I
of the truck,
actually-
they'd be like, hey.
Are you? I'm like, Tyler. I actually do want to see that movie. No, it's so.
Have you not seen that movie?
No, of course I haven't seen that fucking movie. If you spoil Ghost Rider for me though, right now,
This
I'm
is
gonna
what
be
saying.
pissed.
He's genuine. He's not even kidding right now. This isn't a bit. He's genuinely this person. We could be.
I feel like
we could
this
be
is
talking.
reasonable.
We could be. He could go to church, and the pastor's reading some article from the Bible, and Gavin's like, "Wait! I'm not there yet. Please don't spoil it for
Peacekeeper's
me."
reasonable. Spirit of Vengeance, come on now.
I want to see it. I just haven't gotten to it.
so long.
Gavin's like, "What do you mean Jesus dies?"
What?
Seen it yet.
I Tyler.
You know
We
what's really
just
gonna blow your
started that
mind, bro?
one.
He comes
No.
back to life.
What? How is that? How does he do that? I thought it was nonfiction.
You're at the spark of war, bro. But Gavin is genuinely 100% that person.
I just, I'm when I want to see a movie, I want to see it with.
Then see
You know,
it.
I just want to see it. I don't want anything else getting in the way.
Ghost Rider came out, what,
time in between the
15 years
till you
ago?
watch it.
There's like 100 things coming out at once. It's just like
Ghost
there's
Rider
too much
literally
shit
came
coming out.
10 years ago.
Not in
There's no time to catch
2012, there wasn't.
No, but I did
my
watch
God.
it in 2012, so now I missed it, and now I have to just keep catching up until I have time
Yeah, but-
for Ghost Rider.
I feel like you
You're
have no
talking
right
like
to actually be
you're
upset.
talking like you're doing nothing but watching movies right now. Like you're so busy with new movies coming. What the fuck? What's coming out that's taking up your time?
Like the robot chicken. Just got my eyes glued to a screen,
Jesus Christ.
watching everything I ever even had any interest in.
It was like, I have no time to watch movies, guys. Meanwhile, let's check Gavin's Steam profile and his Dota 2 hours.
No, don't talk about Dota 2. Our audience can't
He's
know.
gonna play that either. He just sits there playing Binding of Isaac these days.
Okay,
I
see,
saw him
that's
playing Dota
fair.
2 before we even started to chat.
But that's rare.
No,
that was a rare.
I was just reading the
moment.
patch notes.
That was a
I don't
rare
play the
moment.
game.
He's devolved into strictly
Just
Binding
reading
of
the
Isaac.
patch notes, that's fucking worse, dude.
I'm just curious. I want to know
Yeah.
how things will be for Patrick.
Did you play? You finished Guardians, right?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I was going
Oh
to.
my
Now that
God.
I.
You're
I
not
was going
serious.
to. I'm serious.
No,
I was
that's what
gonna
I'm
finish
saying.
it now that I've got free time. I
Like,
got really close. I
spend-
didn't finish
you'll
it.
just
though.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Spend all that free time repeating Binding of Isaac over and
I
over again.
was working so much at the liquor store. It was insane.
You're the problem, bro.
Bro,
Kevin, I
So-
work every day of the week from 8 to 4, and I
I
still
br-
find a way to beat games.
8 to 4 are reasonable hours.
Where did you
Like,
I
work?
work every day of the week
like,
from 7 to 3.
You at least can have like nighttime. Every day you have fucking weekends off. You guys both have weekends off. I don't have fucking I didn't have weekends off. I
You
worked
I work
every day.
from 7 to 3,
Yeah,
and then
see,
I'm at
I will never again
at the
work
gym
a job
every
that I
day
have to
from
work
4
on the
to 7.
weekend.
Yeah, I'm over it. I needed something different. Back to my podcasting life where I can record from 9 to 9, and that way I just feel happy.
I I brought up Guardians for a specific reason, mainly because
Don't
Guardians
do
is being
Don't do it.
perceived. I'm not gonna spoil it, bro. Calm down. Also, new Destiny expansion's out, so that's kind of hype. But I'm not gonna play it. I'm just gonna. I have. To be fair to Gavin, I have not finished the past like 3 Destiny expansions that I have all of them too. So. Yeah,
Oh, you don't
but-
know about the part at the end where
See, here's the thing. I don't care. You know, I don't give a shit.
and that's why you're Donkey and I'm Puss in Boots. That's also why you're Sid and I'm Diego. Actually, I
I
want to be
honestly
Sid.
might go.
You
I
can be
honestly might
Diego.
go and do a little bit of Guardians this week. I just love that fucking game so much. What do we got? What are your opinions on that game, guys?
It was good.
Really like
Having played most of it or all of it?
I don't know. It was good. I don't know if I'd play it again. At least not yet. Have to. That's a game. I'd play
I
in a
would
year.
genuinely say. I would genuinely say that it's one of my favorite superhero games ever made.
That's probably true.
Like
So-
I think I enjoyed it. I like Spider-Man more because I like the story more, but I think I enjoyed playing this game more. The combat was just so unique and so much
I'm
fun.
the
and
reverse. I
constantly
like the
kept me
story in Guardians way better, but I liked playing Spider-Man way more. I don't know. Spider-Man, you
Interesting.
feel like a superhero. Guardians of the Galaxy is a superhero game, but it doesn't like I never felt like a superhero. I was just a guy.
I guess
that
that's
was
kind of
I was
because
just a
the
badass
Guardians-
guy. Yeah, nothing
The
like
Guardians
ragging
aren't really
on them. Yeah,
superheroes,
exactly. I'm not like I'm not saying it's like lame or anything, but I wasn't like playing the game like
fair.
I'm still waiting for that superhero game where I play like some whatever universe they're from, just some superhero where you
I need
really
a
feel-
Superman game.
like what was it? Fucking in that
It really makes you feel like Batman.
PlayStation game.
Infamous?
Yeah, Infamous. That game.
Oh, I love
that
Second
game
Son.
really makes you feel like a superhero
That shit was awesome.
or a
Did you ever play
supervillain,
First Light?
whatever you are. Yeah, that's the only one I played. Whatever the early PS3 one was.
The PS3 one. Not you didn't play the PS4 one?
No,
Wow, you gotta borrow my copy of Infamous Second Son. That's one of my favorite games. I never played Infamous 1 and 2, which is what you're talking about. Infamous Second Son is incredible. And then there's a spin-off called First Light, which is only digital, and I got that through PS Plus, and that was really cool too. Closest thing we have to a Flash game. Gavin, did you play Second Son?
I've never heard of this game up until now.
What? Are you serious?
I'm serious. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Gavin's gaming knowledge is somewhat limited.
No, it is not.
Definitely,
It is not.
definitely further than mine.
Yeah, well, your
I'm the
knowledge
movie
is
guy.
your knowledge is more than somewhat limited on gaming.
I'm the movie guy, bro. I'm not the game guy. All right, I posted this in chat, Jake. You want to throw it up on the screen? This is Infamous Second Son. This game is fucking awesome. He can like absorb other people's powers. Infamous First Light was cool. I'm still waiting for another Infamous game. And seriously, Sony's making all these video game movies. You're sitting on a superhero property that's not Marvel or DC. Like, what are you doing? Where's your superhero movie?
I don't know if the story was good enough for him to work with it.
Oh, they can just all they got to do is take the main stuff, like here what the superheroes are called, here's the government organization, and then you make completely original story.
So,
Just
give
get
me
good
a
writers.
quick rundown of what Infamous Second Son is
You're just like a guy who
for anyone
gets,
who doesn't know.
you get you're some dude and you get like there's like a chemical something goes wrong and you get superpowers and you're
I don't
just
think that's it.
beating people up. That's how like one of the Infamous starts, and I think you might play a different character in Second Son or something.
It's
like a mutation,
completely
yeah,
different character.
but it's still I'm assuming it's the same premise where it's like a mutation, and then he's like fighting back against the corrupt forces.
So you play as Delson Rowe, that's the guy's name, and yes, I just looked it up.
Second Son.
But they're called conduits, and so he's just like a miscreant. You know, he's a graffiti artist. That's all he does. He gains abilities after a bus crash. So, like Jake said, it is kind of like a mutation kind of thing, and you're being chased down by this government organization. And it's got the old Spider-Man games used to have this, where you can use your powers for good or use your powers for bad. And if you use them for good, you'll be adored. And if you use them for bad, people will fear you. So there's like a good ending and a bad ending, and you can make good choices and bad choices. It's a really, really fun, really cool game. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's an old game though, maybe 2014. When did it come out?
We're in a gaming drought right now. We're gonna about to have all the latest gaming knowledge once me and Gavin return from PAX.
Oh yes.
Gavin will be.
Yeah, I
there.
might
My
go.
First PAX.
Maybe. I might go.
And then if you go,
I might.
then we will have
I'd
all
love
the
to if I
gaming
can
knowledge.
scrape up some cash.
It's only
Yeah.
$75.
Yeah. Don't money shame me, bro.
Well, we'll
Okay,
just
so
have
I
to
brought up
glue
Guardians
vlog
for
without you.
Huh? A
We'll have
vlog,
to-
bro? Come on! I want to. That'd
Yeah,
be so
sorry,
fun.
bro.
I actually have a GoPro.
Well, I guess we're just gonna have to borrow it. Sorry, bro.
So I brought up Guardians for a reason. Guardians is being thought of by Square Enix as a failure,
Really?
which really fucking sucks. Because it didn't make the money that they thought it would. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, maybe it's because you marketed it like a fucking idiot. Like I didn't see any marketing for this game until like a few days before it came out.
Same.
It's just the game was incredible, and some people I see a lot of people throwing like Game of the Year around just because of how much they love the game. I really, really enjoyed it. I had
Well, it
so
already
much
didn't
fun.
win Game of the Year.
Right, but I guess that its growth is getting better, so its growth projections are good, which means it's going to make more money going forward. But notice how that's all word of mouth, which is like people saying, "Hey, this game is awesome. You need to play it." So that could potentially help it in terms of a sequel. But what do we think? I am willing to hedge my bet on Avengers crippling the success of this game a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
Made by the same company, right?
Yeah. And Avengers was a fucking nightmare.
It's still a fucking nightmare. How can you shit out a game like that and then this like just a year, 2 years later, release this game?
Yeah.
This game is how Avengers should have been.
Yep. 100%.
Like, I guess you could pick the and Avengers can still come out with a similar style to this game, but be different because you can let the player play more as different Avengers. Like, I don't know, the perfect Avengers game exists in my mind. It just takes a really long time to make, and it's an Avengers game. Take that time to make it. But yeah, I think that Avengers definitely crippled this game's success a little bit. Just people saw the Square Enix, they saw Marvel game, and they're like, fuck this. And they didn't see any advertising or gameplay for it because they didn't market it. They should have marketed the shit out of this game just to show people, hey, this is not Avengers,
I don't know. I think it'll be fine. I think they, I think they know that they did a good. I mean, it won best story and shit like that. It already won awards. There's no way they can consider that a failure.
I hope we get a sequel because I'd love to see this story expanded, and I'd love to see the combat expanded on as well. Like when we add more Guardians, how do we mix up the combat? My fear is that if they release the same game again, it's not going to be. I'm going to be disappointed, But I'm excited for the future.
Hopefully there's no more Marvel games for the next 2 or 3 years so they can fucking sort that shit out. Actually,
What'd you say?
I said hopefully no more Marvel games for 2 or 3 years so they can spend some time and actually sort their shit out and figure out how to make a game that's not a cash
Besides
grab.
Spider-Man.
Is that coming out?
Yeah, next year. Spider-Man 2.
That's been in development though for just I don't remember when the first one came out, but
For a while. It's also a different company.
Yeah.
It's Insomniac, which is a completely different studio.
Plenty of games.
First one came out a long time ago, 2020.
DC, put tons of DC
Yeah.
games. This is the DC game year. Marvel games.
Oh,
are
the
dead.
Suicide Squad looks great. No, the games, DC and Marvel games are finally on the come up. DC hasn't had a game since the Batman series, and even Arkham Knight wasn't considered very good. So DC and Marvel games are finally on the come up. I'm so happy that we're Marvel.
He just
Oh,
deleted. His
specific
voice got
since-
deleted.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, you just
Yep.
cut out so
It's
hard.
starting.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're back.
All right. I'll say we haven't had an actual Marvel game like ever.
Yeah, because they make
No.
fucking DC games are for the most part good and thought out. The Marvel games are just fucking cash grabs to
Mobile
make children
games.
play them.
Yeah. And they're sitting on fucking quadrillion dollars. So I'm glad that they're actually starting to take it seriously.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I've yet to see anything that fucking says that.
Are you kidding? Spider-Man and Guardians are great. Those are great games. And Insomniac's now delivered 2 great Spider-Man games
Yeah.
with a third one on the way. So I would consider that very successful. I would consider Avengers a complete dog shit failure of an experiment, for sure. And that's really what it was at the end of the day, right? An experiment. Man, it sucked. But what do you guys think? Is there a way that you can do an Avengers game in that style and have it be really good? And by that style, I mean like games as a service, like Destiny and Fortnite.
No, I hate it.
Yeah. I don't think it was a good idea for a superhero game. I really don't. I think
it's
it works
not,
really
and
well with
besides,
Destiny.
still, don't blame the developers. I think fucking people need to realize what they want. Do you want a good game that takes so much time
Years.
and resources to make, and then they sell it for $60 to $70 and everyone complains? or do you want shitty games as a service? Like I don't understand about this current climate we're in right now. Which I do understand that when the game's broken at $60, get mad about that. But no one wants to spend full price in the game, and everyone complains about games being overpriced. But the fucking I don't know.
Yeah, games as a service can work. I mean, look at Destiny.
Yeah, but I think it makes. I don't think Destiny is a crazy game. I think it's a very basic game. I think all games as a service tend to be mediocre games.
Yeah. I don't necessarily agree with that. I do agree that it's a really bad idea for a game like Avengers. I think it's dumb. Like, I understand the thought process, but it's just really shitty. The end product turned out to really, really suck. I've gone back and tried to play that game multiple times, and I can't get through it. Can't do it. Gavin, have you ever finished it?
Avengers?
Yeah. Really?
I finished it. Yeah, and it was just painful. I wish I didn't.
Yeah, what do you think of the story? Because every now and then I think about watching someone else play it, just so I can see it.
Not really good. Quite honestly can't even remember how it ends. Like, I think I know Cap comes back at some point, and
Right.
I don't even know. There's like a big fight with MODOK, I think, at the end, or not
Yeah,
even
MODOK's
MODOK.
definitely there. No, MODOK's in it.
I don't. Yeah, it's just so forgettable. Like, it's not
Yeah.
not worth the buy.
Yeah, I sometimes still forget that it's like happening, and they're actually still releasing stuff for it. And
Yeah.
I went back to play the Spider-Man thing, and it fucking it's dumb. The Spider-Man controls after playing the Insomniac game, it was so bad. The Avengers combat style is that kind of Arkham style of slow movement. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what happens when you have games as a service. You sacrifice gameplay elements.
Right, but also you don't
the
have
money.
to.
They do though, because they don't make enough. None of these companies make enough money off games as a service to, like, except for like Fortnite. But then at that point, that's the reason why I personally think Fortnite is ridiculous. It's fucking like, it's just like the people buying skins and shit.
I think Fortnite's cool in the fact that it's the only game where you can get Marvel and DC crossover.
Yeah, but that's
Right.
what I just said. It's like the whole game is like cool because you can buy. Like, that's fucking stupid to me.
Yeah, that's the whole game. It is.
To me, that makes it like I'm looking at games as a perspective of like their like mechanics, story, and all that. I guess if it's a multiplayer game, it doesn't matter. But like then, I don't know. I don't like it. All these free to play battle royales fall short for me. I mean, Apex Legends is pretty good, I guess, but there's nothing crazy, you know? They're just very mediocre, just safe games, safe market games.
I'm a big fan of Destiny. I don't agree with you on Destiny. I fucking love that game. One of the most cinematic games I've ever played.
A huge grind. Come on. All right. See, that's how you know, Tyler. Destiny's the most cinematic game you ever played. That is ridiculous.
I love the story of Destiny. It's so cool. Such a cool.
I don't even remember
game.
it. I beat Destiny, the story. I don't remember a single mission.
The story is hindered by like fucking grind fests and leveling up and like all that shit.
Yeah, no, I do agree with that.
And if it wasn't a games as a service, that wouldn't be the case. Because there would be no need for a grind fest, because the company would get the money that it needs to get out of the game up front, and you would get a game that isn't like that's what my problem with paid games as a service is they're not releasing the game. They're releasing part of the game, and then you're gonna have to be playing this game for the next 10 years to get the full game. And if you like waver, say I played Destiny 2 like in 2019 when it first came out, but then I stopped in 2020. Well, now it's story's still developing, and I'm just never gonna see the end of the story. Because it's a fucking paid service game.
Yeah, I just love Destiny, man. Sometimes I'll just turn on Destiny and I'll go and do I'll just start shooting things, and it's like really relaxing. And then I'm like, okay, I'm done,
Really
and I leave. Yeah, I like it.
This high action gameplay, just shooting things. killing.
Okay,
it.
Gavin. It says
I feel
Gavin.
so relaxed.
Literally just playing Binding of Isaac and Dota.
It's about a little kid crying. That's
Yeah, they
more
made a
relaxing
game
than
about
anything.
Gavin.
Okay, that's funny, Tyler. But unlike Isaac, my father didn't walk out on me, just in a emotional sense. I'm sure you'll hear that at some point. Someone will send him a clip, and
Gotta play.
it'll be bad.
Gavin, you gotta play God of War and Jedi Fallen Order, and
Yeah, Jedi Fallen Order is good. I haven't finished it yet though.
we gotta finish Dying Light.
Ugh.
You gotta
I heard that game fucking sucked.
Expand
dude.
your horizons. It's not that bad. It's not great.
I heard Dying Light 2 is awful.
Dying Light 2. I'm talking about Dying Light 1.
I also heard Dying Light 1 is not good.
It's good.
Says the Destiny simp who loves Fortnite.
What? I said nothing about Fortnite.
And the guy who went back to, the guy who played through Avengers, it was like, you know what? I'll give it a second chance. When Black
never-
Panther
they had
and
all-
Spider-Man came
You've
out.
also have you even ever played Red Dead, Gavin?
No, why
my
are you bullying
God.
me right now?
I'm
I'm a
not bullying
gamer.
you.
He said one thing to you.
Just gotta try some of these games. These are really good games.
I like Binding of Isaac and Stardew and things like that. I like.
I'll stick
I like
to
keep
Binding
doing
of Isaac, Dota, and Jackbox, bro.
it. Okay, I don't play Dota anymore, Tyler.
I'm a strict
was the old
authoritarian.
Gav.
I'm an authoritarian gamer. If you're only playing mobile games and fucking multiplayer games, you are not a gamer in my eyes. You are exiled from my gamer country.
I would barely consider myself a gamer. I play some games sometimes. I watch movies, bro. That's my thing.
Well, you're not talking
No.
about me when you say the multiplayer thing, though, right?
I'll say gamer. I'll consider you a gamer, but an epic gamer,
Me?
not quite.
Okay.
Definitely a gamer. Gavin is a gamer.
Gavin's definitely a gamer. I mean, he's got the breath and
Oh.
But you're not. You haven't hit epic gamer levels. I'm sorry.
I'm
I can't
fucking
give you your Eagle badge for
epic
Eagle gamer.
Based gamer.
Nick, who gave you your Eagle badge for Eagle Gamer? Who are you to tell Gavin he's
You know
not an
how
epic
many
gamer?
different types
I'm-
of games I've played?
I'm the gamer.
I got my badge
are
when
based off of.
when I'm the person. I will play whatever game is recommended. If I unless I have played it and hated it before. If I've never played it, I will play it. And I make time. I play there's all these latest single player games that came out. I've probably played them. I keep myself educated on the games. I'm passionate. I love the game. I love trying all these new games, all different types of games, strategy games, FPS, RPG. You know,
If you're a gamer-
I just love it.
Name every game.
All right, Mario, Sonic.
Nope, that's good. Mario's enough. That's a real gamer right there.
I was starting from the beginning.
I'm gonna look at Jake's whole game list from start
In the
to finish.
beginning.
Right? Just for
That's
the
right.
fans.
You can
No,
see
we got-
you can see my gamer prowess when you just look at my Steam profile.
Yeah, here we
and
go.
the Diversity.
Here we go. I'm gonna say it. We got Super 3D Noah's Ark.
That is a
got
legendary game.
PR
Dude.
chat.
Were you? Did you
got-
scroll to the bottom?
Secret Agent. We got Just Cause 2.
Where?
here
How?
we go.
What order are you seeing these games in? This is the weirdest order. You haven't even seen Balls
got-
of Steel yet.
Cosmos Cosmic Adventure.
Wait till this
Yeah,
kid
keep
gets to
going.
Battle Chess.
And here's the best game on Jake's list. Bad Rats.
No, that used to be the best game until I got Caveman World Mountains of Oonga Boonga.
World.
That one's good, and I do have hours in that game.
I remember waking up to like 6 gifted copies of Bad Rats.
Yeah, that one I got for
Like,
free.
oh, dope. Caveman Mountains of Oonga Boonga.
It's a
Jake's
classic.
favorite game, Turbo Pug.
Turbo Pug, also a good one. I was playing that. Super 3D Noah's
good,
Ark.
man.
I don't think I've ever played.
Disgusting.
The past 2 weeks, you have 0 hours in Caveman World Mountains of Oonga Boonga. That's fucking
I've been
gross,
busy.
bro.
I've been busy. I've been playing a lot of Black Ops 3 Zombies lately.
Messed up.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Far From Home virtual reality? Yes, sir.
It was alright. I don't have enough room in my computer room to fully swing my arms and really get immersed.
Yeah.
Playing Battlefield
Comedy
2,
night.
those mods are sick.
Comedy Night's a great game.
Oh, I love Comedy Night. We've had some great memories in that game. I don't know if you
We
were
should
there
do.
for it, Tyler. When
Remember
when
Pickles?
Pickle, yeah, Pickle, yeah, Pickles,
What's up, guys? I'm Pickles.
legend.
Pickles! We gotta
Great
do a
guy.
comedy night, a GeekLoop comedy night. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, just
I wonder if
a little
anybody's even in
edited.
that game anymore.
Oh, definitely not. Which makes it even funnier. But the people who were in that, they're telling straight jokes. The funniest shit you've ever heard.
They could be telling gay jokes too. You never know.
That's
It's all right. No judgment.
fair. That's fair.
Nice.
We're an inclusive podcast. We even have a. No, just kidding.
What you going on about, bro?
Nothing. I was gonna make a teehee.
All right, you know what?
That's it. Here Jake is. Here Jake and Dana are constantly berating me about whether I'm a gamer or not. Let's just check the Steam profiles. Here I am, level 21 Steam gamer.
Level
Okay.
25.
Valid. Jake, level 25. The person who criticizes me even more about being gamer is Dana. Let's see this. Level 12. Only 2 levels above Tyler, the man
There's
who
no
doesn't
way.
claim to be a gamer.
There's no way Dana's only level
He's so-
12.
Isn't that
No,
insane?
I don't buy it. I don't
All
buy
He
the
it.
is.
shit
He's
he
a- How
gives
is that
me.
even possible?
And he's a level 12 gamer.
How is Dana only level 12 on Steam?
I'm nearly doubled his levels.
That doesn't even make sense. He owns
How
plenty of
is-
games.
I would say the bigger question is how am I a level 10? I'm gonna
crazy.
personally grind on Steam to get a higher gamer level than Dana this week.
Patrick is a
I'll just buy, like,
phenomenal
80
60.
games.
No, all you gotta do is buy trading cards and make the badges. That's how you get the most XP.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
That's probably why Patrick's level 60, I assume. I don't know.
I think he did something weird. Like there was some exploit that he did a little bit, but he didn't want to go too hard on it. But yeah, just want Dana to know I'm calling him out. He's a fake gamer. 1v1 me. Game of your choice. You're going down, buddy. That goes for any gloopers who think they can outgame the Gav. Challenge
Targeting
me.
everybody now.
No, it's friendly competition. But if you lose, I'm gonna berate you. And you have to donate.
Friendly competition, but if Gavin loses, he won't be able to live with himself. So you better lose. Okay?
It's not gonna-
Because we can't handle a Gavin who can't live with himself.
What's the difference? Okay. Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
Anyways.
So we talked about that.
We could take a break.
Let's talk about Peacemaker. Oh,
After-
all right.
no, but
Yeah.
yeah, after
Here
after the
From
ad.
our sponsor.
Let's talk about Peacemaker after our break. Let's go.
Now, this podcast just would not be possible without our wonderful sponsor, Anchor, by Spotify. It's the easiest way to make a podcast, hands down. It's got everything you need right in one place, whether that's tools to record and edit your podcast from your phone or even your computer. We could distribute your podcast to every listening platform, Spotify, the other one, Google, whatever you choose. You got it on there. Nice, simple. Best of all, Anchor is totally free. It's free 99. You cannot miss this opportunity. No one's trying to get you to pay for anything. Just go check out a free service. And like us, you too can say stupid things on a podcast and get people to listen to it. So go check it out right now. Let's get back to the episode. That was a cool ad. That was really good.
Welcome
is
back
so
to the GeekLoop podcast.
Thank God those guys put bread on our table. Otherwise,
You guys
I'd
remember
be
the-
so hungry.
Red. You guys remember the game Battle Block Theater?
Why are you asking me that?
Remember when we played that before we had what was that other game? You know what I'm talking about. You know the one.
Gary's mod.
Don't.
No, the online, the characters And Corbin used to
Castle
love playing this game
Crashers?
with us. No, not Castle Crashers. Battle Block Theater is actually more like Castle Crashers than this game that I'm describing right now. Brawlhalla!
It's by the same people, so. Yeah,
Is it?
what? How is Battle Blocks Theater anything like Brawlhalla?
Hey, how about you shut up, dude? I was just
That is
thinking out loud,
I
okay?
could have said Smash Brothers. That was
Yeah,
the worst
obviously I could
comparison
have
I've
said
ever
fucking
heard.
Smash Brothers, bro.
No.
Fucking...
Bro,
Oh
what
my
is
God.
your... Alright, no, please. What is your comparison between Brawlhalla and Battle Blocks
Well,
Theater
I
other than they
get.
start with the letter B?
I guess to be honest with you, I kind of forgot what you did in Battle Block Theater. I thought it was more of a Smash Bros, less of a Castle Crashers thing, but now I'm remembering.
Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah,
Never
you're
played
way
Battle
far
Block
off, buddy.
Theater.
Oh, who's not the gamer now? I had to play it at my childhood friend's house, and I didn't want to play it, but they made me,
You talking
and
about
it was
Keith?
sad. Oh, I'm not talking about Keith, but
You talking about Mr.
we
Lennon?
could talk about Keith. No, I've never been to John Lennon's house.
Who are you talking about? You talking about Corbin?
Yeah, I'm talking about Corbin. You think I was childhood friends with Keith and John Lennon? No.
Is this what people played and they couldn't play Castle Crashers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is what-
That's what you played if you didn't have an Xbox.
Yeah, if you're poor. It's poor
You had a
people's-
PC instead of an Xbox because you're poor.
It was on Xbox too. I think. That's how I played it. So, I think.
You literally wouldn't even know at this point.
You know what?
I
Fuck
definitely
you.
played it on PC. I also
You
feel
gotta-
like we played it. I don't know. I feel like we played it way later than Gavin's describing right now.
What? No.
All right.
I was probably like 12.
So
All right, Jake. I got a picture for you to put up on screen for us to talk about our next topic. Jump right into Peacemaker. I know it's been a little bit, but that's because we had to wait on someone. Not gonna name who to finish
Jacob.
watching the show. Now you guys can guess who
Tyler.
this is based on what we've been talking about, but I'm not gonna name names. But it's Gavin. We gotta wait for
But-
Gavin.
It's the one with an eye patch.
Jake, you want to throw that pick up on the screen for us?
yeah, it's going.
Yeah, I mean, I'll let you guys. I'll give my piece, but I'll let you guys talk about it first. Go ahead. What do you guys think?
Well,
Oh,
I'll
that's
make
good.
my piece.
It was a good episode.
I want to talk about the whole series.
I like the whole series. Yeah, it was, the whole thing was definitely entertaining to watch. I thought it was funny. I wish John Cena was less of a China-phile, but you know, whatever.
He does love China. He's a big fan of China. Speaks fluent Mandarin.
Yeah,
You know-
loves it.
Is it really fluent Mandarin?
Yeah, have you not
Yeah,
seen
it
those
is.
videos of John Cena speaking Chinese?
I've seen the one clip. I didn't know.
It's fluent Mandarin. He's big in China. Makes a lot of money
Okay.
from China stuff. Gavin, what'd you think?
I loved it. It's a great show. I really enjoyed it. Best opening sequence of any show ever. Probably.
Yeah, 100%. I listen to that song at the gym every single day.
Yeah, I gotta start listening to it. I hear people just like in public, like humming to it or singing it that I would never expect to watch that show too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Here's my hot take. Better than every single MCU show. I think it's a fair comparison to make, seeing that these are the shows for their respective cinematic universes.
I didn't think it was better than Daredevil.
I'm not counting Daredevil. I'm counting Disney Plus
Yeah.
MCU
Oh.
shows. Shows that are made by the same studios that makes the movies. That's the fair
I
comparison.
also liked Loki more, but that's
I
personal.
love Loki. So here,
I just liked the story. Not that I didn't like the story of Peacemaker, but Loki was just really cool and out of this world, and it was like, I don't
yeah, I
know.
mean, definitely two completely different stories. So
This one.
Well,
So
preference.
one thing
So-
I didn't like about Peacemaker, it's not that I didn't like it, and I understand that needs to be done, but sometimes it's a little too in this world
James Gunn
politically.
humor?
No, like the humor is fine.
Oh.
It's the when they're like shoving the political lessons down my throat that I don't need that. I like
When did they do that?
the last episode, she's talking about this like the alien chick is talking about why they left their home planet, and and it's literally she's describing what's going on in current society. She's like,
Yeah, I loved it.
I don't know. It's just like fuck.
thought
It
it was
just
awesome.
sounds lame. I don't think it was delivered well. I think it sounded really forced, and it just was awkward. It's like I don't need to hear that. Why? If I don't want. I'm watching the show. I watch media and I consume media, so I don't have to. So it's like because it's a different world. I don't need more media to be in this world. Like I don't need to be fucking scrolling social media and looking at everything, hearing nonstop complaints about the world we live in, and then flip on my favorite TV show and then hear about it all over again. Like I get
Right,
that
I
there's
don't
a
know,
certain extent to where you can advocate for things, but just force feeding it to me just makes me really uncomfortable.
I think I disagree entirely with you on this statement. I thought it was perfectly timed, perfectly in tune with what the show's about. Perfect for Peacemaker's story. I mean, that's his whole story. He's a government agent, or he is now a government agent, but it loops him back perfectly because before Suicide Squad happened and before this show happened, he would have 100% taken the sides of the aliens. Been like, yeah, you know what? You're right. And he would have just helped them. And I don't know. I think it's a really interesting motive for them to be like, you guys are not paying attention to the problems with your planet. You're dividing yourselves amongst each other. It's going to end with all of you just being fucking dead. So we can do it better. And we're going to do it better. And we want you to help us keep the peace. And when she used that word vow, I was like, oh, fuck. For a second, I thought he was going to do it. That's good writing. I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was perfect for his
I
story.
think it's okay writing. I think good writing to me would be if they came up with something that wasn't an exact parallel to what people are complaining about in our world. It's just like they're not like it's one thing to draw inspiration. It's another thing to like I don't know.
I don't know.
Take a stance.
I can't agree with you there. I thought it was perfect. I think I agree with you in some sense of not wanting to see all of your reality in your shows. Like I don't want to turn on shows and hear shit about COVID. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see like I remember when COVID first happened, we had all the COVID era TV shows and everyone's talking about masks and they're making all the same jokes over and over about the toilet paper. I'm like, this is fucking dumb. But this shit, I don't know, for his character, it made perfect sense because it really gives him that turnaround moment. And it makes it more relatable to us as an audience. Um, yeah, I thought it was
I thought
perfect.
him
I loved
killing
it.
his dad was a pretty turnaround moment.
He's got a couple turnaround moments. He's got a lot of character flaws, so I think he's got a lot of stuff to work on. Um, and his dad story is not even fully over yet. So we'll see. But in my opinion, I thought this whole series was awesome. I loved it so much. Who would have thought that the best thing in the DCEU would be a fucking Peacemaker TV show with John Cena? Like, what the fuck? Um, and as for my comment earlier about being the best kind of comic book show in terms of cinematic universe shows, and the Disney Plus Marvel shows, yes, they're clearly very different. My issue with the Disney Plus Marvel shows is one that Loki doesn't do, which is why Loki's my favorite one. I think Loki's the best Disney Plus show that they've had so far. Hawkeye is really, really good as well. But the Disney Plus thing that bothers me is that they have such an intriguing. A lot of the shows have been really intriguing going forward. Like WandaVision was really cool going forward. And it's like, here's the last episode, here's your costume, here's your big witch fight, here's your Marvel. And I'm like, well, you really kind of blew it in that last 45 minutes there. Um, and Peacemaker, and also a lot of the Marvel stuff has grown to become reliant on cameo appearances. And it's really exciting. It's really fun to watch. It's fun to engage in that kind of conversation. And when you're watching it, you're like, "Oh, that's so dope to see." Um, fucking, I don't know. I can't think of one right now, but what's a cameo that like Kingpin, right? In Hawkeye. It's like, oh, that's awesome. It's kind of a bad example because he was more of a character, but it just feels like a lot of the shows in Marvel have been like building up to a cameo appearance rather than telling like a story. Loki diverges from that path along with Hawkeye, and that's why those two are my favorites. Um, WandaVision, the first half is my favorite. I love that shit. It's awesome how different that show is. But what it does better is that Peacemaker tells a really nice contained story, and it has really great character moments for all of its characters, not just him. Um, and when they do the cameo, the big cameo at the end, which we'll talk about, well, spoiler right now, it takes none of the light off of Peacemaker, none of the light off of his normal human crew, and it actually just like kind of flips the cameo on its head. So the Justice League show up, which is awesome, or most of the Justice League, I guess.
Yeah.
No Batman, no Cyborg,
And no Superman. Well, I guess
and
Superman.
barely.
Superman.
Well,
He's there, but he's not. He's got no face.
it's
Same
neither
with
does
Wonder
Wonder
Woman.
Woman. No face.
Yeah, because fucking dude, I am not pleased with that fucking decision making. I will say that right now.
Well, that's because they
did it
probably
already.
they probably couldn't get the actors.
Henry Cavill said they just dumped him and they didn't even reach out to him to come back as Superman.
Henry Cavill thing is different.
The Henry
because
that pisses me off, bro.
they're
Henry
actively
Cavill
looking
is
for something else.
For what do you mean something? He's a great Superman, great actor.
Oh, he is.
Fuck
He needs
you
better
for trying to
writing and better
swap-
direction.
Swap out for a new Superman. One of my least favorite DC things is how frequently they swap up their characters. It makes me just hate. I would love to be able to enjoy a DC movie, but I'm not gonna fucking watch another third Superman fucking series with a new Superman. Like, I'm sick of it. There's no need for it, and it's just the higher ups making some fucking heinous decision making.
I agree 100%. The Ben Affleck thing is one thing because he doesn't want
Batman.
to do it
I don't
anymore.
mind it so much too. Because the Ben Affleck thing, I kind of didn't really like. But I like the Dark Knight, and I'm interested in this new one that they're coming out with.
Yeah,
But it's still it's still there, kind of like I still am not pleased with the how they can't just keep a fucking character. Imagine
Right.
if you're trying to watch the Avengers and you're watching this is like the 6th Iron Man or the 9th Captain America, and you're like, you don't even fucking know who's playing these characters anymore. There's no continuum. It doesn't build a universe like.
yeah. Well, that's you know what's so funny is that I've thought about this so much. It's just DC Comics in movie form. Marvel has one continuous continuity. They've never rebooted ever. In the entire history of comics, Marvel has never rebooted their books. Everything that's ever happened in a Marvel book has happened in continuity to this day. DC, on the other hand, is fucking always rebooting their books. And it's such. The movies are they're the same fucking thing. They're like, we'll just do it again. With new actor, do it again. Do the same two characters over and over and over again. Like, and to think that the character is stained because people didn't like the Snyder stuff is one, fucking stupid. And two,
Is that why people don't? Is that why they got rid of Henry Cavill? Like fucking.
yeah, they're trying
Just because
to
of the
separate themselves
stupid
from the
Justice
Snyder
League
stuff.
movie, like fucking, I didn't even think the Man of Steel movie was that bad. Like I
No, I like Man of Steel. I like Man of Steel. Batman v Superman's another story, and I really enjoy Zack Snyder's Justice League.
and I don't think I think fucking Batman v Superman, like, that has nothing to do with Henry Cavill as Superman. That's fucking
It's more of a Batman movie than a Superman
yeah,
movie.
and that's just the movie just is meh.
But also, yeah, same thing. Henry Cavill, bad writers. Not necessarily bad direction, but a direction that people didn't like. But yes, bad writers. But it's also like they have this idea that you can't move forward with an actor and do a different interpretation, which is totally fucking ridiculous, especially given the fact that we've already had that done over at Marvel, and it was incredibly successful in terms of the Thor character. Look how the Thor character has evolved over the movies. His first two movies compared to Ragnarok and Love and Thunder. Completely different interpretation of the character. Same guy, people love it.
I like that you include Love and Thunder, even though that movie is like a year from coming out still.
Right, but you can clearly tell that it's
Yeah,
gonna be
obviously.
bonkers different and stuff. So like people love Cavill as Superman. He's a great pick for Superman. He's a fantastic actor. He loves the role. He's just like Pattinson. He talks about the comics all the time. He states like Rebirth, and he's like, "Yeah, I was reading through Rebirth, and they do this." And I was like, "That's fucking awesome." I love that Robert Pattinson talks about these left field Batman comics. That you're like, okay, he's actually reading these. That's really cool. And Henry Cavill is the same way with Superman, and he's always talking about how he wants to come back, and they just don't call him, and it's really fucking dumb. And you move on with Superman, but you keep the Flash actor, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman actors. Why?
Well, Aquaman makes sense because fucking come on now, Jason Momoa. He's a fucking badass.
Mimosa.
Sick. I love Jason Momoa.
But seriously, why keep those three and not him? They're all tied to the same universe that you're trying to move away from. Why? And if you
That is
want,
really strange.
and if you want to have your Black Superman, have your Black Superman. You have 3 Batmen all coming out this year.
But why does it have to be black? Is Black Superman an established character?
Yeah, there's Val Zod. He's pretty dope, actually. He's President Superman. It's pretty sick.
I would much rather see like a black actor, someone be not just called Superman. Like make a new fucking hero. I don't know. I think
no, he's and also not necessarily make a new hero.
Well, not a new.
A black superhero.
Like, just call
But that's why I'm totally down.
I don't like it when they'll give like a woman or a person of color just like it seems like a pity give, and you just give them a role that's like, yeah, this person used to be white, but now it's you. Like I think I don't know. There's stronger options.
I think it entirely depends.
Yeah, I guess it does.
It doesn't. Superman doesn't have to be white. There's nothing in his character that says he's white. He's a fucking alien.
No, yeah, definitely.
He can be black. Even like Clark Kent could be black. It honestly wouldn't bother me. But I think Val Zod's a really cool character, and I'd like to see a movie about him. He's Earth 2 Superman, and he becomes president of the world. And he's called President Superman. That's fucking dope. I would love to see a movie about that. But here's the thing. They want a black Superman, and they're doing a black Superman, which is great. That's cool. If you want it to be Clark Kent, fine. If you want it to be Val Zod, even better. But that's still not a reason.
At least change the name Clark Kent. Like I like what they did with Miles Morales. Like he's Spider-Man, but it's not just like.
Right, but that's a different character. You could race Ben Clark Kent. I don't think it matters. Some people might. I don't care.
You could what?
You could race Ben Clark Kent. It doesn't change his character in any way. But
well, no, I'm not. I wouldn't be worried about it changing the character. I just think it would be more interesting to see a different, like not an entirely different character, but like a slightly.
I think it's lazy.
Like not the same character, cut and paste. The only thing they're changing is the actor, the skin color of the actor. Like,
I think it's lazy to do.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
But I do.
But sometimes it's not lazy. Sometimes it actually is fine.
Yeah, but I think Val Zod is a cool character, and that's why I would like to see that version of the character. But,
they won't.
But here's the thing, like that's still no reason to get rid of Henry Cavill. And case in point, you have 3 Batmen on screen this year, 2 in the Flash, and then Robert Pattinson. 3 Bruce Waynes. All played by different actors. Why can you not have 2 Supermen, one from Earth 2?
Because Henry Cavill expensive.
And then if you want, you could literally build 2 cinematic universes at the same fucking time. You could have Val Zod have a crossover with Robert Pattinson Batman because they've already said that Robert Pattinson's on Earth 2. You could it writes its fucking self.
Yeah.
And then you could do a big Endgame movie where you combine the 2 Justice Leagues that you've built. It's right fucking there. You have all these actors that want to play these parts, and you just won't fucking do it. It's like inept. It's they're they don't understand the characters, which is it gets me so riled up, and that's why Marvel does so well, because Marvel has a guy in charge who truly loves the material. Kevin Feige is a huge Marvel fan. That's what they need. They have studio heads. Studio heads love nothing but money. So they don't understand. Something that I'll never forget, that I always like think about whenever I'm talking about Man of Steel and how fucking awful Warner Brothers is. The writer of Man of Steel, when they are pitching the movie to Warner Brothers, they said, well, Superman comes to Earth and his ship is destroyed. They said to him, well, if his ship is destroyed, how is he going to get back to Krypton? Like, and the writers had to tell them, Krypton blew up. Did you not pay attention to the first 15 minutes of this presentation? Like, what the fuck? It's the wrong people are in charge of making these billion-dollar movies. And all you need is a staff change and you'll be fucking set. Look at Marvel. Marvel was nothing until they got one guy in charge who knew everything. And now look at him. You need a Kevin Feige. And it's not even one dude who runs the whole thing. You need fans in charge of your superhero movie division, or it's not going to work. You know, that's what it is. I get so lit up about this because I fucking hate Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers is a pretty fucking shitty company.
I love DC properties. I love Superman. I've grown to love Superman as a character over the past 2 years or so. From watching Superman and Lois, because goddamn, that show is awesome. It's given me a whole new appreciation for the character, and they keep fucking it up in the movies. And yeah, it sucks. I hope that Marvel casts Henry Cavill as their Superman adjacent character. You know what I mean? Like, cast him as Hyperion or Sentry.
That'd be sick.
And then, or you could just do a full Squadron Supreme movie. Squadron Supreme is Marvel's blatant Justice League ripoff. It's done on purpose. So you have your Batman copy and you have your Superman copy, and so it's it's Hyperion and
Yeah, but isn't he evil?
Wizard.
it is Wizard actually. Wait, what did you say, Jake?
Isn't he evil?
Sometimes they're not though.
Okay, well,
It depends on the writing.
I don't know how well I like Henry Cavill. I mean, I obviously haven't seen it very often, but Henry Cavill as a villain, I don't know.
He was a villain in Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was going to say, but he wasn't like a main villain. He was like a henchman, wasn't he?
I don't remember. I think he's a great actor, and I think if you give him good material, he'll work with it.
Like, I just like him too much for me to see him as a bad guy. I'd just be like, damn, I'm on the bad guy side now.
Well, that's a good bad guy.
True.
Actually, it depends on the type of bad guy. Some bad guys are just like, you know what, fuck you. No, there's just so much wrong with what they're doing. And Ben Affleck, I get, he doesn't want to do it anymore, and that's fine. Move on. Cyborg's a weird one. It's pretty clear why he wasn't there. Because he's calling Warner Brothers out for being racist and stuff, which they've done some pretty blatant things to prove that statement. So he wasn't there.
That's what he's doing?
Huh?
He's calling him racist, the actor is?
Cyborg's got this whole... what's his name? Ray Fisher's got this whole movement called Accountability Before Entertainment. And it's the whole Justice League cast has come out and spoken against Warner Brothers for their mistreatment of people and their mistreatment of cast and crew. Well, like the one from Doom Patrol?
Yeah. What's he saying?
Well, he's not, I don't know. I don't think they deal as high up with people as the movie actors do for movies like Justice League.
Oh, so he's just a schmuck.
Oh, whoa.
But Warner Brothers, it's been, a lot of the stuff that he said has been proven, and I remember Joss Whedon told Wonder Woman, or Gal Gadot, that if she didn't do the scene where Ezra Miller's face fell on her boobs, then he'd ruin her career. And Joss Whedon said something along the lines of, Oh, I didn't really say that, but you know, she don't speak English too good, so she misunderstood me
Jeez.
because it's pretty fucking
Jeez.
wild.
Jeez, buddy.
But yeah, we've gone on a big tangent from the Peacemaker topic.
Hey, hey. That's what it's all about.
It is what it's all about. I've been talking a lot. You boys want to say anything? What's up? What's going on? Talk a little
don't
bit
know.
more about Peacemaker. I mean, we all love the show. It was fucking fantastic. One of my favorite comic book
I don't
things.
got much more to add. Do you guys think lady's dead? Oh wait, no, she's not. It showed her she's not dead.
Which
Yeah,
Hardcore.
I forgot the ending of the
Hardcore.
episode for a second.
I thought that scene where fucking Eagly hugs him and it flashes back to him being like, "You don't want to believe in miracles? That's on you." I fucking
That was
love
an
that
epic
scene,
scene.
dude.
I did like that scene.
Yeah.
I'm like genuinely sitting there, almost crying about this fucking CGI eagle hugging John Cena.
That's
It
a
was
real
fucking
eagle, dude.
awesome. Yeah.
Just
How
kidding.
did he
No
do
real
that?
American eagle would ever hug John Cena after fucking his Chinese fucking
Okay,
bullshit.
that's,
No, that scene actually had me with some tears in my eyes. Just the flashbacks and shit. I love it. I love that show.
So is he?
That's a good show.
Him and that lady are they're a unit now?
I
Who
would
knows?
say they're probably going to explore it more. I hope they explore more of Vigilante's character in the next season.
Isn't John
Do you
Cena
think-
really old? Not really old, but
Probably like 50.
looks so young.
He's
he
44.
really does.
He's
Oh,
got
he's
really
44?
unhealthy
That's younger than I
arms. Probably says that his veins are like super bad.
Oh,
Signs of heavy steroid use and really poor health.
poor guy.
But yeah. He's got an upcoming movie in Fast and Furious 10. They have his brother's name is Sean Cena. John Cena and Sean Cena.
Imagine being Sean Cena. Ron Cena.
Actually, imagine being Sean Cena. What a
Sean
stupid...
Pena. Alright.
Where is Sean Cena? Let me see this man. Holy shit, he's also jacked. Are all of the Cenas jacked? Matt Cena. This is the same picture for Sean Cena. Dan Cena. He's a cop. His brother's a fucking cop, dude. Oh my god, he's a fucking cop, and he was on the Kelly Clarkson show. Bruh. I can't tell what's real and what's not of the Cenas.
All of it.
This says John Cena and his brothers, and John Cena Senior. John Cena Senior. His fucking names. Ugh. All right. What else we want to talk about, boys? What do we got? You want to talk a little bit about the UFO? We got a little bit of time left here. We've talked a lot of tangent today.
Yeah, we can end it on a quick UFO talk. You know,
Yeah.
there's
I think
not
we had a good
ton-
show today. A lot of tangents going on.
Not a ton to talk about the UFO. There's just that guy shows a video of some useless UFO was like hovering over Islamabad or something. Yeah, Islamabad.
It was
For, like,
Pakistan.
no, but it was specifically the city
City
of
in
Islamabad.
Pakistan, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Islamabad? That's the first question.
God damn
I like
it.
llamas.
God.
Gavin's got all these jokes, but he can't say it fast enough.
Yeah, dude.
You don't even know the half of it.
That's the second time he's hearing that one. But yeah,
Yeah.
This thing
This
was
time
just
not from my mouth.
hovering. It was like hovering over Islamabad for like 2 hours, just sitting there.
Yeah.
What could it mean?
Interesting. What could it mean?
What are they doing, dude? Why
Nothing.
What are they checking out? Why Islamabad? I told Gavin it's the aliens know the future of the Earth because they can see it somehow the space-time continuum, and they're offering low-rate tours of Earth before the Earth explodes. So we should all take it as a sign.
Or they simply like looked through their telescope and they live so many light years away that they literally watched us blow up.
And they're like, "Honey, pack the bags. We're going to visit Islamabad last time before it's never there again."
They just watch for planets exploding. Like, shit, baby, we got another one. Get in the car.
And they just fly so fast it flies, and they get there before the planet explodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a little quick one. We'll have a good episode. We'll next plan talk about a wide range of topics. Maybe get some.
I think we had a good episode today.
Oh, yeah,
definitely a little bit of a slower episode today. Not a lot going on.
Oh, well, there's some stuff
Peacemaker
going
finished.
on, but we're not touching on it.
Yeah, there's some world stuff going on, and obviously pretty intense. But in terms of the lighthearted, fun stuff that we like to talk about here on the GeekLoop podcast, not a lot happening. We finished Peacemaker. We all loved it. Yeah.
Another
Little bit of
good one.
A little bit of a shorter episode today. A lot of tangents. I don't even know what the thumbnail is going to be for this one. What do we spend most of our time? We spent a lot of time talking about games and how Gavin wasn't really a real gamer.
That's not fair. I'm a real gamer. All right. Ready? I'm gonna design the thumbnail right now.
I got a thumbnail idea. It's Jake and I accusing Gavin in court of being a fake gamer. It's Jake as the court judge, and he's slamming the mallet down and saying, "Not a gamer."
And there's a bailiff with a paddle board for my balls.
That's me.
No, that's
the
fucked
paddle.
up. And Dana's sitting at the jury.
No,
He's just-
Dana would be the dude with he'd be the
The
prosecution
executioner.
officer who's like arresting you.
Where's
He
Patrick?
he brings you into the courtroom on the dolly. You're like strapped to the dolly in a leather in like a straight jacket.
I like the idea that I'm the one on trial for not being a gamer. Jake's the judge. Gavin's the typing person. And all of a sudden, Jake goes, "What about you?" And he points to the typing person, and Gavin's like, "Hey, don't blame me." And then it turns out on Gavin, and Gavin gets sentenced instead.
Everyone forgets about your court
Yeah,
case.
exactly. That's what the thumbnail is going to be for sure.
I think
Multi-stage
Patrick would be my lawyer most likely.
Well-
I think Patrick would defend my gaming.
Everyone listening, keep an eye out for whether this is true or not. You can hold them accountable. This has to be the thumbnail now. It's canon.
I wrote in my notes, gaming courtroom.
Don't forget.
Episode 9, court is in session.
Don't forget. GeekLoop is everywhere. All social medias. Go find us.
Please.
I'm not even gonna tell you which ones. You can figure it out yourself. You'll probably find them. That's the part of the fun of it. It's like a scavenger hunt. I want anyone listening to this.
Scavenger
I want
hunt.
you to go find 4 GeekLoop accounts and subscribe to them.
Yeah. You find 4, you might win a prize.
If you like
It's
it,
possible.
show it to your friends. Drop us a like. You frickin' degenerates. No, I don't mean that. I love you
He
guys.
doesn't mean that. All right.
A little bit though.
We'll
That's
catch you
good.
on the loop.
Only if you don't like it.
Any closing statements?
share
boys?
it.
Bobby?